Hey YouTube, this is the second day of me going into the 50 days of sales, and the challenge is amazing because mainly I'm here to share some tips, tricks, and so on and so forth. Let's now look at what I'm wearing because it's literally 2 a.m. and I might look tired, but it do be like that. We gotta do what we gotta do, right? So yesterday I talked a little bit about what I want to share in terms of like services, this, that, and the other, and what I wanted you to start with. And today I'm gonna tell you exactly how to connect with these people. So stay with me on today's video. I will actually put some snips from my day, but they're not a lot simply because I don't want to put a lot of efforts into editing. Again, the purpose of these videos are mainly to help you make money, because I do. So, and then the thing is, like, I'll be extremely transparent with you guys, and I'll be sharing everything that I'm doing so you can copy me and do the same, get your bag, right? So, yeah. Now that we're facing the camera, I want to give you the updates. I haven't actually read the second chapter of like this book. This one. I'm maintaining like a lot of good habits out of books, and I take actions all the time. Focus with me on this one. Yesterday we talked about setting a certain skill, putting a price to that, right? And at the same time, I told you that once you know exactly what kind of service you have, it is easier, listen to me, to build a podcast about it. Because what you're gonna do about that is mainly you have like an extra channel that is like a social media support for you. When you record a podcast, look for guests that your service might be a solution to their problem, or they share the same industry, so they give more tips and you get to introduce your service or your tips through it. Now, I don't want the podcast to sound more like what you're doing and not what you're doing. I don't want the podcast to sound more like an ad for just the services, but pretty much what I want the podcast to sound like, more of valuable content that people can consume, right? Now, I have a lot of podcasts. I've been a guest on like many podcasts and stuff, so it is easy for me to kind of like just maintain a certain level when it comes up to sales. But for you, I'm giving you a step after step and taking you with me on this process, right? So having a podcast is going to allow you to, keep your social media busy, and at the same time, it's like a content where you're, driving value to other people and eventually introducing yourself to the market, right? What I want you to do next is like figure out your sales style. Figure out your sales style. What is that supposed to mean? So it means like once you know exactly where to find your ideal clients, the next step eventually is for you to introduce yourself. Don't be like these kind of like cold emails and cold calling and trying to kind of like just, get here and there. This is so messy. Like it gets to a point where it's going to bring results, but I don't want you to go through that, simply because this way that I'm about to, introduce you to is much easier, right? Introduce your sorry, sometimes I get on my way. It's easy to introduce yourself to people. It's easy to introduce yourself to people. Like if I'm introducing myself to you, like, hi, my name is Sarah. I can help you start a podcast. I can also help you make money through a podcast for your business. And it is going to be seamlessly when it comes up to also your marketing. So it's like two birds with one stone. My Slack is slacking. So, you see how easy it is? Like, I'm not pushing anything in front of you. I don't want you to buy anything no, I don't want that. As long as I can, share insights with you, you can tell me if you have like a problem with your podcast. I'll be happy to listen and give you insights. Whatever problem, bring it on. I'm not saying like I know it all. It's just I have enough experience that is going to allow me to be extremely confident when it comes up to what I'm given. And that's why I started this series, right? So just to not confuse you, yesterday, Again, yesterday we talked a little bit about identifying what is the service or what is the product that we want to sell. And I talked about also understanding your ideal client and where to reach those people. Like, you have to also dig deeper into what kind of platform they be using, right? What kind of platform, you can find them at, right? So that platform where you think they are, make sure to invest your time and energy toward. Like, there is a LinkedIn. What you can do on LinkedIn, there are like plenty of questions going there. You can film answers, post them on a daily. You don't have to do like a lot of work and efforts toward editing and stuff. The point here is to, get used to that by yourself and make it more like a magnet for leads for you in the future, right? So do this for at least, on a daily perspective. Like, maybe just sit down one day and film like a week of content and schedule it to be posted. What I'm trying to get you to is like to make those two balance each other, because it's extremely wrong to focus only on sales if you're doing it by yourself. If you have a team, then pretty much it's all solved. Like, you don't have to worry about like each aspect. But if you're doing it by yourself, focus. You have to be extremely organized and focused when it comes up to these things, because sales and marketing, they balance each other. I'm not gonna buy your product or your service if you don't have any presence on social media. What is the proof that you have that this business is actually gonna, get me the results that I want, right? So you have to think from a consumer perspective. Like, if you are in my place, right? You go on LinkedIn, you find me like all over the place, kind of like just posting here and there, answering all the questions. You check all my recommendation, you'll find like over 60 recommendation, I'm not sure how many. But when you have a chat with me, it's also a free chat. So it's mainly I'm having like time to give you insights for free and guide you for free, right? So once I monetize that into, I have also a community where you actually can join. But here's the but. There I take actions and I support them on a different level. So this is the price for it, because I provide all of these accesses. Mind you, when you are doing this, be sure that you will be distracted by the word. Everything will distract you. Social media, phone, people, relationships, this, that, the other. Make sure to cut all the accesses. When I say cut all the accesses, I don't mean like kind of like cutting that kind of relationship with people, but make access to you limited. Focus on building actually value and have your time and the people that you spend time with on like a different priority. Like, this is a priority, I have to do this, and they bring me good energy, so I have to maintain this relationship because it helps you go further. But if you get distracted by everything, trust me, you will take longer to start closing sales. Now, I'm the reason why I'm talking about the mindset perspective of it is pretty much because during this journey you're gonna face a lot of people that would reject the offer, and you need to be trained on understanding that no doesn't mean no forever. It means like no for now, or maybe no for this month. So you have to keep that mindset of like just looking for the yes out of the no's. That's pretty much it. And it's fine if you found like a no, that's totally fine. We can work through that. Just let me know. Right? So let's say like this is done. The platform, as I was saying, like platform like LinkedIn provides like a lot of questions that you can actually answer through videos and post them across your social media platforms, which is gonna make it super easy for you to kind of maintain this consistent. After that, what I want you to do is to start reaching out to brands or companies that you think will really benefit from your high service, and give that a price, right? So once you reached out to them, of course it will take ages sometimes for them to reply. Make sure you have a system. So that's why I said be organized in terms of the marketing and sales. They are a balance. You cannot do one without the other. You cannot just focus on sales again, this is just for people that are doing this by themselves and they are just starting the business, so they don't have like a big team. This is why I'm suggesting also to have a podcast, because this is a way that would, get you both words without, hiring a lot. Mind you, this is something that I've done for like over 8 years, so that's why I'm talking about it. So right now, like, I have like a lot of work to do in terms of sales and prospecting and sending emails as well. So I'm on the same journey. I'll be sharing also how much money I'm making through this journey. So if I made $0, it's a $0. Like, I'm not just, sitting here and trying to kind of flash and flex over that, because I know this takes time. And sales are more like planting seeds and waiting for it to grow, right? So that's what I want you to memorize and understand while you're doing this. One more thing, because I'm a night owl, so mainly you're not gonna have like much of me during the morning, because I have like a lot of things to do as well. But the reason why I'm motivated to share this is also helpful for me to kind of like just keep you posted and do the best that I can to bring all the ideas and all the tools and share it with you. So let's start with prospecting together, sending emails, reaching out to people. Again, like, work on the other stuff that I told you about. Make sure you have the offer. You can't just reach out to me saying like, hey, I can help you do this, that, the other, with like a rough email or something like this. I need you to make sure you have an offer and you're introducing yourself correctly, and don't look for perfection, right? So just be there to offer what you have. Someone is gonna say yes. So let's do this together. Alright, so when you see me here, it means like it's already 3 a.m. and I'm getting some snacks to go and continue, just to give you the updates. So I've been like given value, and I told you, like, I started yesterday and I had like people booking calls with me. I've tackled already one in this morning, and the next one got rescheduled. Again, like, I'm giving you the basics. I've done this, I have a team. Now I'm choosing to do things on my own and go slowly about it, slowly but steady and focused. So mainly people are extremely interested in like starting their own podcast and actually learning how to use it the right way, so which is something that I'm helping them to do. And I do have like a lot of testimonials. As I told you, this is something that I've done before, but that does not mean that this is something that you cannot do by yourself, right? So knowing this, like, I've been using Twitter and LinkedIn as the main platforms for me to kind of like just communicate with people more. I look scary. And what else? So yeah, that's mainly what I've been like doing here and there, just to finalize the day. I will need to continue on connecting with these people, and at the same time kind of like just introducing myself and introducing what I'm doing, which is so that it's like planting the seeds. Let's plant the seeds together. People will know you. You don't have to sell anything. Like, there are like people that are hungry. You can tell, like, they just want to sell something to you, which is amazing. But at the same time, I'm not a really big fan of this approach, simply because I like to select the people I work with. Of course, I still remember when I started doing this, I had like this mindset of like doing whatever to just, make the money. But right now, I'm heading towards specifically certain people that I want to work with. So for you, it depends upon where you are, and it depends upon like how focused you want to be. In my opinion, I would rather you plant the seeds and you getting like 1K a month from each client better than going after like a client that would just give you $100 or $500 just for you to end up wasting a lot of time that you can work on yourself and get better, right? So again, understand where you are in terms of your skills. So that's mainly what I've been doing. I want to take you with me because okay, this is my, see, like there is not much happening. So here I'm on X. Let me just put this closer. Yeah, here I'm on X already, like seeing how people are interacting, engaging with them at the same time, and being active there, which is extremely helpful. So 3 main places I'm using, and I'm distributing my content there. So it's like there every hour you will find a post coming out for me, simply because I want people to learn more about what I'm doing once they check my profile. On my LinkedIn profile, it's extremely out there. So, you know, I think I had it from like 2016 or something. So it's like old enough with like a lot of information all the time active. So yeah. But yeah, so I still haven't made any dollar, like literally zero. So let's see.